Good morning students. In the last class we discussed Bernoulli's theorem, and now in this class we are going to discuss one of the very important applications of Bernoulli's theorem, which is called as Venturi meter. But before we start studying Venturi meter, I want you to write one heading, which is volume rate of flow. Please write down the heading volume rate of flow. So what does volume rate of flow means? Volume rate of flow. Suppose there is a tube in which some fluid is flowing. Let me draw the tube. Let's say this is the tube. It may be of the uniform or non-uniform cross-section area. Okay? So let's say this is a tube in which some liquid is flowing. Now, if we consider one cross-section area anywhere in the tube like this, let's say the cross-sectional area is A and the velocity of the fluid with which it passes this cross-section area is, say, let V, right? Now, by Bernoulli's theorem, we know that the product of cross-section and velocity is constant over any cross-section area for a streamline flow, for an incompressible fluid or an ideal fluid, right? When an ideal fluid is flowing, right, in a streamline flow, then the product of area and cross-sectional area and velocity is constant. We know this by equation of continuity. So we say AB is equal to constant, right? This we know by equation of continuity. Now velocity can be written as dx over dt. If the fluid moves a distance x, dx in time dt, then velocity can be written as dx upon dt, and this must be constant, right? And now the product of area and this small displacement dx, it can be written as dv, which is the small volume of the fluid over dt, and this is again constant. So from here we can say that dv upon dt remains constant over any cross section area, and this is nothing but the extension of equation of continuity. This term dv by dt is called as volume rate of flow. What is volume rate of flow? The volume of fluid that flows through the cross section per unit time is called as volume rate of flow or simply rate of flow. So एक सेकंड में यहां से कितना वॉल्यूम ऑफ लिक्विड पास हो जाता है क्रॉस सेक्शन से, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज वॉल्यूम रेट ऑफ फ्लो, एंड दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? सो प्लीज राइट डाउन द डेफिनेशन ऑफ वॉल्यूम रेट ऑफ फ्लो. The volume of fluid that passes through the cross section area, the volume of fluid that passes through the cross sectional area in time dt is called as volume rate of flow, right? So this rate of change of volume is called as volume rate of flow, and what will be the unit of volume rate of flow? It will be meter cube per second. The SI unit will be meter cube per second. So now if somebody asks you to calculate the volume rate of flow, which is equal to dv by dt, which is equal to a dx by dt, and which in turn is equal to a into v. So if somebody asks you to calculate the volume rate of flow, what you need to do is you just need to see the cross sectional area A and velocity v, and just multiply these two, and you will get the volume rate of flow. I hope I am clear to everyone. So volume rate of flow is equal to cross sectional area A into velocity v. Let me write here volume rate of flow is equal to area into velocity. This is an important relation and will be frequently used while solving the numerical problems. Fine. So this is volume rate of flow. Now when we have discussed the volume rate of flow. Now we are ready to discuss the important application of Bernoulli's theorem, which is Venturi meter. So please write this down, and now let us start studying about Venturi meter. Please write down the heading Venturi meter. First of all, write down the definition of Venturi meter and then we'll discuss what it is. So Venturi meter is a setup or an instrument. Venturi meter is a setup or an instrument that is used to measure the rate of flow of liquid, through a tube, right? Now by equation of continuity we know that the product of cross sectional area of the tube and multiplied by the velocity, it gives you the volume rate of flow. Now we know if we take any two cross sectional areas, then A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. But what if we want to calculate the velocity with which the liquid passes through the cross sectional area? This we have not learned yet, and this is what the function of Venturi meter is. Venturi meter enables us to calculate the velocity of fluid through any cross sectional area. Suppose a liquid or a fluid is flowing through any cross section through a tube, and now if we consider a cross section anywhere on the tube, then Venturi meter enables us to calculate the velocity of fluid through that cross section. I hope I am clear to everyone. Now let me draw how Venturi meter looks like. So the setup of Venturi meter looks like this. This is how Venturi meter looks like. So this is how Venturi meter looks like. This is a pipe or a tube of non-uniform cross-section area. The cross-sectional area in this section is uniform, and similarly in this section it is also uniform. Okay? And these are the two columns. Now suppose the liquid is flowing through this tube. So what we will have? Suppose the liquid is flowing through the tube in this manner. Okay. Now this is a horizontal tube. Now since the fluid is flowing, there will be pressure inside the liquid. We consider a cross-sectional area right below this column 1. Let me say this is column 1. This is column 1. And this is column 2. Fine. Now what we do, we consider a cross-sectional area right below this column 1. Okay? This is, and similarly we consider here one cross-sectional area right below column 2. Let's say the cross-sectional area, this section is called as the main section and this section is called as the throat section. Suppose the cross-sectional area here is A1. Let me write here A1, and similarly let's say the cross-sectional area here is A2. Let's say the fluid passes through this cross-sectional area with velocity v1, and let's say the fluid passes through this cross-sectional area with velocity v2. Fine. Acha, can you tell me the relation between v1 and v2? By equation of continuity, we know a1 is greater than a2, so definitely v1 will be smaller than v2. Fine. We can say this by equation of continuity. Now, since this is a streamline flow, so if we have considered this cross-sectional area, the pressure at all points will be the same. So we consider one point right here. Okay, let's say this point, the pressure at this point is P1, and let's say the pressure at this point is P2. Okay. Now, due to this pressure, the liquid gets filled in this column. So let's say this is the liquid in this column, and similarly, because of the pressure, the liquid rises in this column. Just like you have seen the machine that is used to measure the blood pressure, when we supply the pressure, the mercury level in the tube rises. Similarly, the level of the liquid in this column rises, right? Let's say the height of this liquid is, say, x from the center. Fine. This is the center line of this tube. The tube is horizontal. And similarly, let's say the height to which the liquid rises in column 2 is, say, y. Okay? And let's say this difference of height is, say, h. Fine. I hope things have got clear till here. Now what happens? Now let us apply Bernoulli's theorem here. Okay? I told you in the last class that if the tube is horizontal, the potential energy per unit volume gets cancelled on both the sides, and when we are left with pressure energy per unit volume plus kinetic energy per unit volume is constant. So we apply the Bernoulli's theorem here. Okay? Applying Bernoulli's theorem, what do we have? Okay, applying Bernoulli's theorem. So by Bernoulli's theorem, what do we have? The sum of pressure energy per unit volume and the kinetic energy per unit volume is constant. So we will have P1 plus half rho V1 square is equal to P2 plus half rho V2 square. Okay? I hope the things have got clear in here. Now what is the value of P1? If P1 is the point here, and here the pressure will be atmospheric pressure, and if we come down by depth x, then the pressure at this point will be P0 plus rho GH. Fine. So P1 can be written as P0 plus rho GX. Fine. This is the value of P1 plus half rho V1 square is equal to, what is the value of P2? Similarly, P2 will be equal to P0 plus rho Gy. So P0 plus rho Gy plus half rho V2 square. Fine. Now if you see this equation, the term P0 gets cancelled. Okay, so हम इसे cancel कर देंगे, and then we will have rho Gx plus half rho V1 square is equal to rho Gy plus half rho V2 square. Let me take the rho Gx and rho Gy terms on one side. So we will, and taking out common, we will have rho Gx minus y equal to half rho V2 square minus half rho V1 square, and taking out half rho common, we will have V2 square minus V1 square. I hope it's clear till here. Now, if I ask you what is x minus y, x minus y is equal to h. So this can be written as rho g h is equal to half rho v2 square minus v1 square. Now this rho on both the sides get cancelled and we will have v2 square minus v1 square is equal to 2gh. Clear? So please write down in here and then we shall proceed further. I hope you have written till here by pausing the video. Now let me erase the above part and we shall proceed further. So this is our say equation number 1. So I am erasing this. Fine. So now by equation of continuity, by equation of continuity, by equation of continuity, what do we have? A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. Fine. So from here we can calculate the value of V1 as A2 V2 upon A1. Let's say this is equation 2. Now using equation 2 in equation 1, what do we get? Using equation 2 in equation 1, we get v2 square minus v1 square, v1 की वैल्यू पुट कर देंगे, so we will have a2 square v2 square upon a1 square is equal to 2gh. Fine. Now v2 can be taken out common from here. So v2 square we take out common and we will be left with 1 minus a2 square upon a1 square is equal to 2gh. ठीक है? So from here the value of v2 will be equal to what? It will be equal to v2 स्क्वायर की वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी यहाँ से a1 स्क्वायर इनटू 2gh अपॉन a1 स्क्वायर माइनस a2 स्क्वायर. Fine. So now if I take the square root on both the sides, this a1 square will come out and it will become a1 and this whole thing will come under 2. So from here we will have v2 is equal to a1 under root of gh upon a1 square minus a2 square. So this is how we can calculate the velocity at cross section area A2. We know we can easily calculate the value of A1 and A2 by externally we can calculate the value of A1 and A2. ठीक है? अब हमें A1 और A2 पता है and we can easily calculate this difference in height also. There are measuring marks on these two columns and we can easily calculate the value of h. So by substituting the value of h here and A1 and A2 here and A1 value here, we can easily calculate the value of V2. Now if we substitute this value of V2 in this relation, what you will get? You will get V1 is equal to A2 under root of 2gh upon A1 square minus A2 square. So this is the velocity of fluid at cross sectional I hope you must have noted it down. So I'm going to erase this now. Now, if you are asked the volume rate of flow, volume now if you are asked the volume rate of flow, then how do you calculate it? It can be calculated by simply taking any cross-sectional area and multiplying the velocity of fluid through that cross-sectional area. So either you take A1 into V1 or you take A2 into V2. So suppose I take A1 into V1, so what I will get, this will be equal to A1 into V1. V1 is A2 under root of 2GH upon A1 square minus A2 square. So this is the required value of volume rate of flow. So अब चाहे आपसे वेलोसिटी पूछ ली जाए किसी क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया पे या फिर आपसे वॉल्यूम रेट ऑफ फ्लो पूछ लिया जाए, you can easily calculate. I hope this is clear. So this was all about Venturi meter. I hope you have got till here. Now let us practice few numerical problems based on Venturi meter or Bernoulli's theorem. So I am going to erase this now. So I am going to write the first question on the board. So our first question says, okay, let me repeat the question to you. Okay, please write down the question. The question is, the following figure shows a Venturi meter. The following figure shows a Venturi meter. This is the figure given to you. The following figure shows a Venturi meter through which water is flowing. This is how the figure looks like. ठीक है? Let me complete the figure first. This question was asked in AIMS 87 in the year 1987. So the fluid is flowing in this direction and this is column X and this is column Y, and the difference of heights of liquid in these two columns is given as 5.1 mm. millimeter. ठीक है? Now write down the question. The question says the following figure shows a Venturi meter. The following figure shows a Venturi meter through which water is flowing. Through which water is flowing. Full stop. The speed of water at x. The speed of water at x is 2 centimeter per second. The speed of water at x is 2 centimeter per second. Full stop. The speed of water at y. the speed of water at y is what? So all in all, what you have been given in this question, you have been given the difference of heights of fluid in these two columns, and you have been given the velocity at x, and you need to find the value at y, right? So what do we do? Let us use Bernoulli's theorem. Because the tube is horizontal, so the height and the potential energy per unit volume on both the sides will get cancelled, and we will have P1 minus P2 is equal to half rho V2 square minus V1 square. Fine. After applying Bernoulli's theorem, we will be getting this expression. Now you will write P1 as P0 plus rho gx, and then P2 as P0 plus rho gy, and then P0 will get cancelled, and you will be left with rho gx minus rho gy. Then rho g will be taken out common, and it will be x minus y, and x minus y is equal to the height, which is given to you as 5.1 mm, right? So what do? We write it as rho g h is equal to half rho V2 square minus V1 square. Fine. This rho gets cancelled on both the sides, and you are left with V2 square minus V1 square is equal to 2gh. I hope I am clear to you, right? Now, what is V2? We have to calculate V2, which is the velocity at y, and we have been given V1, which is the velocity at x. So V2 square will be equal to V1 square plus 2gh. Fine. So please put the values, and you will have V2 square is equal to V1 square. V1 is given as 2 centimeter per second. I will solve in this CGS system of units. So I will have 2 centimeter per second to 2 square plus 2 into what is the value of g in CGS unit? It is 980 centimeter per second square, right? And multiplied by h. H is 5.1 mm. So 1 meter is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 mm. Fine. So the value in CGS unit will be Sorry, 1 meter is equal to 10 to the power 3 mm. Right? Let me correct it here. 1 meter is equal to 10 to the power 3 mm. Fine. And it can be written as 100 centimeter. Right? So 100 centimeter is equal to 1000 mm. So 2 zeros cancel. So I will have 1 mm is equal to 1 mm is equal to what? These two cancelled out. It is 0.1 centimeter. Okay? So if you convert 5.1 mm into centimeter, what you will have to do? You will have to multiply 5.1 into 0.1, right? And you will get the answer, and you will get it as 0.51 centimeter. I hope I am clear. So here we will put the value in CGS unit again, and it is 0.51. Right? Now, if you solve this, I think this is the calculation part, and you can easily solve. So, if on solving, it will come up to be, let me see. The question is asking you to take the value of g as 1000 centimeter per second square. Right? This is given in the question, and the question is asking you to take the value of g as 1000 centimeter per second square. So I am removing this 9.8 which I have taken. So we will use it as 1000. Okay? So it will come out to be V2 square is equal to 2 to the 4 plus 2000, and if you multiply it, what you will get? Okay, you can solve it. Okay? Please solve it by yourself, and you will get the answer as V2 is equal to 32 centimeter per second. I hope the concept is clear to you, which is more important, and you can calculate it by yourself. The calculation part you can do. So the answer will come out to be 32 centimeter per second. That means the velocity at y will come out to be 32 centimeter per second. And in the question, if they were asked the volume rate of flow, then what you would have done? You would have multiplied the cross sectional area, multiplied the velocity at that cross section, right? But in this question, we were not given the cross sectional area. Okay, so that's why they did not ask the volume rate of flow. They asked us to calculate the velocity at y. I hope this is clear to you. Please note it down. Now let us do our next question. The next question says, let me erase this. The next question says, please write it down. The diameter of a pipe at 2 points, where a venturimeter is connected, is 8 centimeter and 5 centimeter. And the difference of levels in it is 4 centimeter. Full stop. Calculate the volume of water flowing through the pipe per second. I hope you have noted down the question, and this question was also asked in AIMS in 2018. So there is a venturimeter. Let me draw it. Okay. Sorry. So this is a venturimeter, and it says that where a venturimeter is connected, the diameter is 8 centimeter and 5 centimeter. So this is 8 centimeter and this is 5 centimeter. Fine. And the difference of levels in it is given as the difference of levels in it